In the last video, we saw how we can decompose a unitary matrix into products of two-level unitary matrices. In this video, we'll see that how with the help of single qubit and CNOT gates, we can implement a two-level unitary matrix such that combining this result, we can say that with the help of single qubit and CNOT gate, we can create a quantum circuit which implements a unitary matrix. So suppose U is a two-level unitary matrix on a n-qubit quantum computer. U acts non-trivially on the space spanned by the computational basis S and T such that S is equal to S1, S2 till Sn and T is equal to T1, T2 till Tn, where these are the binary expansion. For example, S can be 1001 and T can be 1101. Let U bar be a non-trivial 2 cross 2 unitary submatrix of U such that U bar only operates on a single qubit. Our goal is to implement U by building a circuit from single qubit and CNOT gates. So first of all, let's see what are gray codes. Suppose we have distinct binary numbers S and T. A gray code connecting S and T is a sequence of binary numbers starting with S and concluding with T such that the adjacent members of the list differ in exactly 1 bit. For example, if the state S is equal to 101001 and T is equal to 110011, we have the gray code which starts with S, which is equal to 101001, and as each steps goes on, there is a change of 1 bit such that finally we'll have 110011, which is a T. So we can achieve from S to T with these steps by changing 1 bit at a time. So the state starting with S is called G1 and the state that ends with T is called Gm, where m is lesser than or equal to n plus 1, where n is the binary expansion bit of S and T, and S and T can differ at most n locations. The basic idea of the quantum circuit implementing U is to perform a sequence of gates affecting the state changes from G1, G2 till Gm-1, then to perform a controlled U bar operation with the target qubit located at the single qubit where Gm-1 and Gm differ by only a single qubit, and then to undo the first stages transforming Gm-1 to Gm-2 till G1. Let's take a simple example that illustrates the explained procedure. Let's take a two-level unitary matrix U equal to this matrix, which is a 8 cross 8 matrix where ABCDs are our complex number and except the diagonal elements, rest all elements are 0. We also define U bar which will act on a target qubit equal to A, B, C, T. Now U only has non-trivial elements at these ends such that U acts non-trivially on the vectors 1 0 0 0 0, which is a 8 cross 1 column vector, and 0 0 0 1, which is also 8 cross 1 column vectors, where these column vectors are represented by the states 0 0 0 and 1 1 1. So the gray codes connecting the state 0 0 0 and 1 1 1 is given here. We can name the each qubit that is changing with A, B and C such that each steps differ by only a single qubit. The quantum circuit required for this operation is given by this circuit with A, B and C, where this U bar unitary matrix operator operates on the target qubit. Now first of all, let's see the working of the circuit with the circle which is given by this symbol, which is equivalent to this quantum circuit. Now in order to understand how this circuit works, let's start with the 0 0 state. So when 0 0 operates here, X gate is operated on the first qubit which gives us 1 0, and this 1 0 is operated by a CNOT gate which gives us 1 1, and here again the first qubit is operated by the X gate which gives us 0 1. Similarly, for 0 1 state, X gate operates on the first qubit which gives us 1 1, and this state is operated by our CNOT gate which gives us 1 0, and again the first qubit is operated by the X gate which gives us 0 0, and same for 1 0 state which gives us 1 0, and 1 1 state which finally gives us 1 1. So the truth table for this circuit is here. As you can see, contrary to CNOT gate, whenever the control qubit is 0, the target qubit is flipped from 0 to 1, and in this case from 1 to 0, and whenever the control qubit is 1, nothing happens to the target qubit. And on the similar note, this type of circuit acts opposite to a Toffoli gate. That is, whenever both the control qubits are 0, then the target qubits are flipped, and when both the control qubits are 1, nothing is done to the target qubit. Now, knowing this, it would be easier for us to understand this quantum circuit. So let's see how this circuit works. So our initial state is 0 0 0, which goes through this operation, and since both the qubits are 0 0, the target qubit is flipped. So after this operation, our state would be 0 0 1. Further, when the control qubit is 0, the target qubit, which is this qubit here, is flipped to 1. Therefore, we have 0 1 1 at this point. Now finally, we have an inverse control operation where the second and the third qubit acts as the control qubit and the first qubit is the target qubit, which is operated by the U bar operator. So from the gray codes here, we have 0 0 0 state, which is a G1, and 1 1 1 state, which is a Gm. So this state would be Gm minus 1. Now we can see that we build the conditional qubits till Gm minus 1, which is here at this state, in order to achieve the Gm state, which we get when U bar operates on our target qubit. Now after that, we have to undo the operation of the conditional qubits, that is the first and the second qubit, to go from Gm minus 1 to G1, which is achieved by the further part of the circuit, as you can see. So when 0 1 1 goes through this part of the circuit, since the first qubit is 0, the target qubit is flipped from 1 to 0. So this becomes 0 0 1. And similarly here, since both the qubits are 0, the target qubit is flipped to 0. Finally, we get back our initial state G1, and hence we achieved the unswapping operation from Gm-1 to G1. So we saw how can a unitary operation be achieved with the help of single qubit operated by U bar and bunch of C0 gates. Obviously, this kind of realization is not the most efficient quantum circuit. Therefore, we need a different approach with the fast quantum algorithms, which we may see in the future videos.